I've never been so fucking excited for an episode. I'm obsessed with Victoria Beckham, okay? I was obsessed with her as a kid. I was obsessed with her in my youths. I'm still obsessed with her. When I was in the 4th grade, everyone called me Victoria that entire fucking year because I was Posh Spice when we did Spice Girls. Like, you guys did Spice Girls, right? Anyway, that's neither here nor there. We'll get into that later. I read her book when I was 22. We'll also get into that. And I still fucking love her. She is like the hottest, most elegant, chic person alive. So I've created a menu that's very much inspired by how she actually eats. But this is also what I would feed her if she were to, grace my home with her presence. So let's get into it. Oh fuck, it's gonna get so hot. Okay, I have the oven preheating and I have some water boiling on the stove because we're gonna steam some shit because apparently Victoria Beckham eats a lot of steamed vegetables, but again, we're gonna get into it. But first we're gonna make a drink. Now, this drink, I'm not gonna lie to you, is not like, the connection to Posh is tenuous at best. I'll put it like that. Like, she's never explicitly said that she likes this shit. The reason that I'm making this is I think it's chic and I think she's chic and I think it's gonna look chic and therefore I think she'd love it. And it's also good for her skin. And I know she's very skin focused, and in traditional Persian medicine, we say things like pomegranate, like things that have like a sweet and sour taste are good for, they say quote unquote, cleaning the blood, which, I don't think like our blood is dirty and we take like some Dawn in there and clean it out. I don't think that's how it works. I think what they really mean is it actually helps clear out old bile and produce new bile, and that then helps with things like acne, etc. I think that's what it means. That's like the modern science translation. Anyway, it's a pomegranate sparkler, or you could call it a pomegranate spritz. It's a non-alc bevy, and it's literally just 2 ingredients, pomegranate molasses. I'm using this one from the Persian store. I just find it has no sugar added. It's literally just pomegranate, but it's also more liquidy. I also have, please do not judge the inside of this drawer. It is a shit show. It needs to be fixed. Where is this shit? I'm gonna set my hair on fire. I have this from Just Date that I like a lot that I'll link. The reason I'm not using this is it's a little bit like crystallized. Like I may have bought it a little bit old or something, whereas this is like runnier and easier to use. So that's literally the only reason. Okay, don't mind me just trying to get this shit open. Okay, there we go. I actually make this for people when we have guests who don't drink. Most recently for my friend Marita, who was over, who wasn't drinking, I kept like whipping up new drinks for her. It's simple, it's refreshing, it's a little tart, it's bubbly, it's nice, it's easy. It's an easy little twist. Whatever, you get where I'm going with this. I'm not even gonna finish that sentence. Like, what the fuck is the point? All right, let's get into some other shit. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna steam some, is it romesco or romanesco? One is a sauce and the other is this fucking vegetable. I forget which is which. I suppose I could look it up, but I don't want to. So drop in the comments if you know. But this, either romesco or romanesco. I should look it up. I'm gonna look it up. Anyway, not now. It's kind of like a blend between cauliflower and broccoli. But what I love about it, it has this very cool geometric design. Wait, do you like my nails? I really wanted to do something different. And I went in and I took in a photo from Pinterest and I was like, I want this. It wasn't this, it was something else. And the chick looked at it and she goes, no. And I was like, oh, okay. So then I was like, how about this? And like in the inspo photo, this was like burgundy instead of brown, but I was like, but I want this brown. And she's like, okay, that we can do. And then she brought over a few different shades of brown for me to look at. And the first one, she's like, this one's my favorite. And I was like, oh yeah, I love that. And then she did this and I was like, oh wait, I like this more. And she's like, okay. And then she showed me a third one. I was like, ooh, I love that too. And she goes, no. And I was like, wow. Like, she is cunty in my favorite way possible. Like, I was actually kind of scared of her. And I think that that's a good thing for me. Like, I'm so used to being the one that everyone fears. Like, it's so nice for me to be around someone who has a worse personality than me, because it doesn't happen that often. It's kind of hard to come by. Anyway, ever since I've gotten them done 2 days ago, I keep thinking that there's like a piece of schmutz on my nail, but there isn't. It's just the little cute little hearty. Okay, I'm that type of annoying today. No, I'm honestly so fucking excited. You guys don't like, so I grew up in Germany, and in Germany, this is actually so embarrassing. I don't talk about this often because it's so fucking embarrassing. By the way, I have 2 heads of these. I'm kind of thinking one's bigger, one's smaller. Okay, I think this is a smaller one. No, I can't. I was like, maybe I'll just like steam it whole, but I don't think I can do that. I don't know. I'm just gonna like kind of break it apart maybe. I don't know. Anyway, when I was growing up in Germany, there was, by the way, I didn't wash this. Like, I'm like actually kind of gross when you think about it. What did my mom, the other day, Ozzy was like, I had like a pack of sugar snap peas and he goes, oh, are these washed? And I was like, no, but I just ate them for lunch. So, you know, enter at your own risk. But there was something else recently where I was like, yeah, my mom's like, well, it can't be this. Like, for example, like it can't be parasites because you wash your fruits and veggies really well. And I was like, do I? It wasn't parasites, but I don't remember what we were talking about. And she's like, but you wash everything so well. I was like, what are you basing this on? Like, do you remember me when I lived in your house? Like, you had to, like, I just walked over all the clothes that were on the ground because there was no picking them up. Like, there was a point where I had more clothes in my car than, which by the way, like, it's so weird to think of me as having a car because I haven't driven a car in so many years now. And it's not just that I had a car, like I was the person who always drove. Like I always drove. I got my driver's license the instant that I could. Technically, I got my driver's license earlier than I could, but that's neither here nor there. I like had a car before I even was a licensed driver. I was like ready to fucking go. Like I was the driver. I would say designated driver, but like truthfully, when we drank in high school, we were in situations where no one was driving. Like we were just like sleeping somewhere. So we kind of like circumvented that. But I remember being younger in high school and I was like, I can't wait to get my driver's license so I can be like the DD all the time because I'm not gonna drink. Like I thought I was gonna never drink and also be a virgin till I was married. Dad, don't watch this one. Okay, this shit is like really boiling. Let's get this either Romesco or Romanesco on and have it steam. By the way, did I say that the reason we're doing this is because Victoria Beckham in an interview once said that she primarily eats grilled fish with steamed vegetables or salad every day? If I didn't say that, then okay, that's why we're steaming this. And I thought it would be pretty and chic and just like very on brand because I feel like she has a very kind of sculptural way of dressing. Like things are very, whatever. Okay. This also reminds me of Hannah Berner's dress that she wore to the iHeart Awards. Okay. Ow, 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 ow. Don't pick that up without a thing else. Okay, let's get into the grilled fish of it all. So obviously we're not doing actual grilled fish because like she's vegan. So I thought it would be fun to, Sam's camera says that she's active. She's literally laying down. So that's fine. Anyway, so I thought it would be fun to make tofu kind of look like fish. It's not one of those things where you'll eat it and be like, oh my God, this is fish. Like you'd have to be kind of stupid. I'm so sorry to use that word, but I've marinated this tofu, so let me talk you through the marinade. And I wanted this to kind of have the vibe of the black cod from Nobu, which I've actually never eaten because I'm vegan. But anyway, so it has this nice little miso marinade, and then I'll show you exactly what we're gonna do. So for the miso marinade, I did this yesterday and I marinated it. It is a half a cup of white miso, a half a cup of tamari or soy sauce, whatever you wanna use. I ran out of soy sauce on my second time making this, so I ran out of tamari, so I ended up using soy sauce, and it's same, it's fine. A half a cup of pitted medjool dates, really packed in. I used like 8 big ones, so that's how packed in. A half a cup of rice vinegar, a half a cup of water, and 6 drops of liquid smoke. So blend all that together until it's like super, super smooth. And then I took a block of tofu, I cut it in half diagonally, and then I trimmed off the ends. So instead of having a sharp corner, it would be rounded. So it would kind of look like a piece of fish fillet. And then I just marinated it in this marinade. And now we're gonna pull it out and we're gonna do some stuff to it. The first thing we're gonna do is take a sheet of nori and put it down. And then I'm gonna grab the tofu, and I'm gonna actually just kind of scrape off some of this extra marinade. We don't really need that much of it. The marinade itself is very good though. It's, yeah, like you could totally just use it as a sauce or a dressing. And I like to add more on top. Okay, so I did 2 pieces. I guess it's for me and Victoria. Cool. I'll go check on the veggies in a sec. Hold on, let me actually rinse my hands, check on the veggies, and then come back. Yeah. Okay, the veggies are doing great. I'm gonna turn that off very soon. So the reason we're using a piece of nori is I want it to feel like fish skin on the bottom. She's so innovative. I actually saw someone do this on social media before. It is not my original idea. But also we're gonna kind of make some cuts into this to make it feel like a real fish fillet. I spent kind of an embarrassingly long amount of time looking at photos of the miso black cod from Nobu to see how I don't even know what the word for it is. Like it's not like graining or marbling, because it's something entirely different. How the dead animal flesh is textured. I don't know the right words for this. But you know what I'm talking about? How like fish has like what the fuck is what is that called? Like, I don't even know how to describe it. You know how like fish has the flaky layers kind of? Like it's not just like a piece of steak that's like all uniform. It's, okay, cool chat. I'm just gonna stop talking because it really can't get, well, it can't get worse. So maybe I should keep going. So I'm just gonna try to like trim this bit of nori around the fish. And then we're just gonna throw her in the oven because we live in a New York City apartment and don't have a grill. I actually had a brand reach out to me to do a paid collab, and it was like for something for a grill. And I was like, oh, totally, like I'd love to do it. This sounds like a great product. Don't have a grill, don't have outdoor space. Is that gonna be an issue? And they didn't respond. Literally didn't respond. They're like, yeah, that's gonna be an issue, ma'am. If you can't figure that one out on your own, I don't know that we want to work with you. Or that's how it went in my head, who knows? I might just turn this off. One of my favorite things about steaming veggies is how fucking quickly they cook. Oh, and another reason why I'm using this bit of nori is because I know Victoria Beckham is really into skin. Like she obviously has her own beauty line, which I hear some of the makeup is really good. If you've ever tried it, please do let me know. Another thing I've been hearing a lot about is Armani Beauty. I kind of need foundation because the one that I have, I only use foundation when I'm filming actually. I'm using some right now. I actually am breaking out for the first time in a really long time. It's because I went threading recently. Like I got my face threaded, not like when they pull your face up with threads, which honestly, I would fucking love to do, but I hear that it's like, it gets like bad after a while or something, I don't know. But like, I would love nothing more than something to just like pull the skin up. Anyway, it's like hair removal where they basically like put your hair in knots and pull it out. And I get my whole face threaded, not just my eyebrows. And I hadn't done it in a while, and I don't know if like they use dirty thread or something, but I started breaking out really, really badly. Okay, I'm gonna transfer this fish into the oven. I'm just gonna, don't judge. I really need to fix this. That's so embarrassing. I am gonna spray it with a little bit of oil just to make it caramelize more. And I have my oven at 450 on convection roast, which I think I talked about this on a recent episode, but I had heard that convection roast setting on an oven is basically what a air fryer is. So, have not been able to fact check, but whatever. Ooh. All right, I'm gonna go rinse the hands, clean up a bit, and then we'll come back and we'll do another part of our meal, yay. Okay, now we're gonna do the dessert portion of this meal. Now, Victoria Beckham famously does not eat chocolate. She says she hasn't eaten chocolate in like 20 to 30 years. So being a good host, I thought it would be fun to make her eat chocolate. I'm just kidding. But I wanted to do something chocolatey because like, fuck her. Because there's actually, she has like a whole chocolate line in her beauty brand. And I feel like there are so many stories I started and I never finished, like how I need new foundation because yeah, I currently use a Kosas one. And do you like how quickly we just shifted gears? And the thing is, even though I have darker skin, my undertones are very cool. Like they're not even neutral, they're like fully cool. And I actually have a harder time, like makeup brands now make makeup for darker skin, thank God. Like it's been a journey. But for some reason, once you get out of the fair range, all of the undertones tend to be kind of warm. Even ones like the one that I'm using from Kosas says that it's cool, but it's still so much warmer than the undertones of my skin. And it's just not very flattering. Anyway, so I need new foundation. So I might try Armani or I might try House Labs. People love that one too. I don't know. How does that relate to Victoria Beckham? It doesn't at all. Anyway, so I'm putting some of these Just Dates organic dark chocolate chips that are sweetened only with dates. Sickest ingredients ever. I'm just melting some in the microwave. I'm using the melt setting. I'm not going like full high heat. And this is some yuzu peel. I actually bought it frozen and I defrosted it. Here, I'll show you the packaging, hold on. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. I got it from the Asian grocer. If you can't get it, I think you could make this with lemon peel. You could also go orange peel, which I actually think would be better. I say better, like as though I have any sense of whether this is even gonna be fucking good or not. But I thought it would be very like chic and elevated. And honestly, I don't usually love chocolate with lemon, even though I love chocolate and I love lemon. The combo isn't usually for me, but there's something about this that like, I just like woke up this morning. I was gonna make a totally different thing. I woke up this morning being like, nah, I think this is what I should make. I think it could be really fucking cool. I don't know, we'll see. Let me check on this. Okay. I may end up, no, this is perfectly melted. So these, by the way, are from Supercube. I've heard of Supercube, but I never used them because I was like, oh, like there's so many cheaper versions of like silicone thingies. This shit is worth the price. Like it's worth the elevated price tag because they are firm on the outside so you can easily pick it up without things getting wobbly, but then like have, okay, I don't really know how this is gonna go. This is kind of shaping up to be a disaster. And I don't want it to be like perfectly round, which it kind of is. I wanted it to be more of like a blob. It's not really going the way I pictured at all. Maybe I just lean into it just being like a round bit of like, I don't know, let's play with a few different options for this. I don't really know. But yeah, I'm not, oh, I kind of like that, where you just have the yuzu showing. What do you think of that? But yeah, not traditionally into this kind of combo, but I think it's chic. I think it's elevated. It's like a little bit bitter, hopefully, which, I don't know. There's something about bitterness that I find chic. Maybe that explains something about my personality. Okay, let's just move right along from that weird ass comment. Yeah, I kind of like how that looks. What do you think? I thought it was going to be like a clustery kind of blob, which I thought was going to be very cool, but that did not pan out. So yeah, I think this is a nice little, like, it's a nice little treat that you can honestly keep in the freezer too. And I think the reason that Victoria Beckham might be more inclined to eat this over regular chocolate is A, no sugar, sweetened only with fruit. B, heaps of fiber via both the dates and also the yuzu peel, plus citrus peel can have a really cleansing effect, like can be really good at moving bowels for some people. It's also good for stimulating bile flow, which is good for the aforementioned cleansing the blood situation. But it's like, it's good for acne, it's good for gut stuff, it's good for a billion things. By the way, my gut stuff is improving slowly but surely. Very excited about that. Holy shit, it just got insanely dark out. That's crazy. Oh my God, it feels like apocalyptic the way it just got so dark out. Okay, let me go back to a story I was like kind of starting to tell at the top of the episode about Germany. So in Germany, when I was little, there was this TV show. Oh, okay, the sun just came right back out. Like, this is kind of scary what's happening. Anyway, there was this TV show where kids, it was like a lip syncing competition show for kids, and kids would go on and like really dress as whatever musician they were doing and do like a lip sync thing, and then there were judges and they would vote for them. And it was quite problematic in that like kids would be in blackface. Like, it was, I'm not laughing at blackface, I'm laughing at the fact that I'm so old. And also, I mean, it was Germany, which, let's be real, is not known for their inclusive nature. But there would be kids like literally in blackface if they were doing a black musician, which is so wild. Yeah, very problematic show. My friends and I literally would like go all over the reason I say go all over Germany to audition to be on it is because there were multiple rounds of auditions. So we got like very far in auditions. We ultimately were not cast, but like to be Spice Girls, like to go on and do Spice Girls. Like every talent show, everything the school put on, like we would go on and do a fucking Spice Girls thing. I mean, I'm telling you, what it got to the level, ooh, let me check on this thing. Oh my God. That looks so fucking good. Okay, wait, fuck this chocolate bullshit. You have to see this. Actually, I'm gonna let it cook a bit more. It's nuts. I want it to get like quite roasted on the outside. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'll tell you more Spice Girls stories in a second. I'm just gonna clean this shit up. I'm gonna put this in the fridge. We're gonna see what happens with it. Hopefully it can like pop out of the mold when it's done. Yeah, I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so for our salad, we're gonna do some mixed mesclun, but I also wanna do some more seaweed because Victoria Beckham is very skin focused, as we talked about, and watch her like not be skin focused. No, I feel like she's had a big journey with skincare. And honestly, sea vegetables are one of the best fucking things that you can eat for your skin. So I have this like kind of dried seaweed salad mix. The instructions on it are not in English, but I've made these before, and you usually just pour cold water on it for like 10 minutes or something to rehydrate. So we're just gonna pour cold water on it and we'll see what happens. And while this hydrates, I'm just gonna tell you about this yuzu dressing. Now, by the way, someone left a comment of like, I think they were trying to make fun of me for my nails, or like doing the nails ASMR thing, but like, I love it. Why would I not do it? Oof, that's about ready to pull out. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. So this yuzu dressing, it is a half a cup of yuzu juice. I will link the one that I use, but I will say last I checked on Amazon, they weren't stocking it for some reason. I did 2/3 of a cup of pitted medjool dates, like 7 juicy big ones, 7 to 8. A 1/4 of a cup of low sodium soy sauce. I would imagine you can use tamari. Again, I'd run out of tamari, so I was using soy sauce the entire day. 1 clove of garlic, 3 tablespoons white miso, a 1/4 of a cup of toasted sesame oil. I did just like a little squirt of sunflower lecithin just for emulsifying purposes. You don't really have to use it. That's why I use sunflower lecithin, because it is a good emulsifier. It also is a good source of choline, which is hard to get on a vegan diet. But honestly, with just a tiny squirt, you're not getting that meaningful of amount of choline. So, you know, whatever. And I also kind of like the flavor. It has kind of like a saltiness to it. And then a 1/4 of a cup of water, blend, blend, blend till it's smooth, smooth, smooth. This guy's hydrating quite nicely. And then, yeah, we just have our mesclun. I guess we could, oh no, I need to pull out the fish. Okay. I love how I just say fish at this point, but honestly, doesn't that fucking look a little fishy? Like, does that not look? I can't really take a photo. I mean, if only this were on film. That's crazy, right? Again, like when you bite into it, you wouldn't think it's fish, but we eat it with our eyes first, you know? All right, what next? I mean, we've kind of done all the heavy lifting. You know what? Let's do our avocado. Okay, we're gonna do a little cucumber, we're gonna do a little avocado because both are really fucking good for the skin. Obviously, avocado has a lot of healthy fats that are great for skin, but cucumbers are a very not enough people talk about how good cucumbers are for the skin. That's the point I'm trying to convey. They're really, really hydrating, which is great for lymphatic drainage, but they're also a good source of silica, I believe, which is good for the skin. By the way, romesco is the sauce, romanesco is the vegetable that we made. So I'd like to make this a bit thinner. I feel like half of this show is me adjusting the height of the mandolin, right? Like I feel like we do that a lot for some reason. And always the cucumbers like this, have you noticed? Like really, I mean, I could have spiralized them for this actually. That could have been nice, but whatever. Here we are. Maybe I'll spiralize another one if I ended up making them thicker. Fuck. Okay, well, I might have to redo that dog shit, so let's see. For the avocado, I wanna try to make an avocado rose. It doesn't always work, so we'll see. Oh, yeah, so basically in conclusion, my friends and I were, I mean, like literally people called me Vicky in the 4th grade, not even Victoria. Like it got to the point where my nickname was nicknamed. It's giving single white female, quite frankly. I also, I read her book. It is because of that book that I will never wear a kitten heel, because she made a very compelling case for it. She's like, you're gonna be as uncomfortable as if you were in heels, or like, you're never gonna be as comfortable as if you were in flats, but you also won't get the effect of being in proper heels. Either wear flats and be really fucking comfortable and be able to be nimble and mobile, or just go full titty and wear the right heel. But like, why are we even dicking around with a kitten heel? And I was like, straight facts. Straight fucking facts. No one has ever made a better point in their entire lives. Seaweed's still looking good. I feel like wakame always needs a little bit more, so I might just keep letting it. Actually, that's perfect. I'm gonna go rinse that and then we'll come back to the avocado rose. Okay. For the avocado rose. So it's actually a very easy thing to do. You basically make very thin slices this way, and then you just manipulate it into a rose. So easy. But like I said, you have to have, your avocado can't be too firm, otherwise it won't work. So let's see, moment of truth. So far, so good. I have a good feeling about this. Okay. Now you kind of stretch it into a thin line. I'm a little worried about this curving over here, but whatever. And then you just start to twist it into a rose. It is actually going quite well. Ta-da! Yay, okay, I'm gonna go rinse my hands. Okay, I'm gonna toss some greens with some dressing, and then we're gonna get to assembling our main dish, and then we'll revisit the yuzu chocolate situation and see how that's going. So this is just the 50-50 blend from Whole Foods. Hi, pretty girl. Sam just looked up. Sam, do you want to come? Do you want to come say hi? Do you want to come say, I think your fans would love to see you. Come on. Yes, yes. Look, Sam says hi. Sam says hi. Say hi, say hi, say hi to your fans. Say, ruff, 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 ruff. Okay. Here you go. And you can just hit like that and watch mommy. Okay, I was saying, this is the 50-50 blend from Whole Foods. It's 50 mesclun mix and 50 baby spinach. So, wait, have I told you about when Ozzy and I were first dating, anytime we talked about spinach, he'd be like, baby spinach? And I'm like, yeah, sure, yeah, it's baby spinach. I mean, yeah, technically it's baby spinach. And finally one day I was like, what, like, why do you constantly feel the need to make sure it's baby spinach? Because like, I don't even see mature spinach in the stores so much, but like at the end of the day, it's kind of a bee's dick of a difference. Like what, like, and then I realized what they call regular spinach in Australia. Well, and then he's like, no, but like other spinach is like massive. And I was like, what are you talking about? It's not massive. They call Swiss chard spinach. And then what we call baby spinach. So like, no wonder he's constantly wanting to make sure we're talking about the same thing, because like Swiss chard is quite different. So now it's a habit and I constantly say baby spinach, and I do think Americans find it weird because like for us, it's just such a subtle difference. It's like, who really cares if it's baby or not, you know? Okay, I think it's time, like we have our seaweed ready, we have our base ready, we have our cucumbers, we have our avocado, we have our fish, we have our fucking, don't let me forget our Romanesco, not Romesco, which is a delicious sauce, by the way, naturally vegan is my understanding. So yeah, it's time to us, it's time to us to assemble. What the fuck is wrong with me? I'm gonna go, bye. Okay, let's assemble this shit. I'm gonna put our mesclun down as the base. Our yuzu dressed mesclun. Yum, yum, yum. A little bit of steamed Romanesco. Sick. Gonna add some seaweed to the chat. I really love the red bits, like these bits. Now I just want to highlight, look at that. I mean, it legit looks like fish skin. So it's gonna go right here. Let's see what to do with these cucumbers. Yeah, they're definitely thicker than I wanted, but good enough. And then I'm gonna put our avo rose here. I want to add just like a bit of radicchio for a pop of color. I'm going to sprinkle on some crystallized shoyu and some dried miso. I'll link both of these just for a little bit of texture. And then our piece de resistance, does that even mean what the fuck I think it means? Like, I want to say like star of the show. I got some edible flowers because like, hello, it's the Victoria Beckham episode. It has to be perfect. I also have some garlic flowers, but I don't know if it'll ruin the vibe. No, that's fucking adorable. What do we think? Is it cutie patootie, worthy of Victoria Beckham? I do wonder if maybe I should pull the petals off of these. I'll try it with this one. Yeah, I kind of might prefer that. Because they are so big. Well, now I kind of hate it, so that's great. Whatever, it is what it is. Okay, I want to taste this. This is perfection. It's perfection. 10 out of 10, no notes. It's literally perfect. I can't fucking get over how much this looks like fish. Like, it's mind-boggling to me. Okay, let's do a little bit of this. Okay, now we've got to do this. I will say, at first bite, I was like, no, this actually feels like a meatier fish. Like, it really does. But I think that's just because, like, we eat with our eyes, like, literally, you know what I mean? Also, like, how fucking cute is that bite? Like, can you even? Insane. It's fucking insane. Okay. I need to go make sure I don't have shit in my teeth. And then we have to go, like, check on our yuzu. And then I guess we'll say bye, which is sad, but next week's episode is also going to be phenomenal. So just hold tight 1 second. Okay, it's the moment of truth. It's the moment of truth. Let's see if this shit works. And let's also see if it's even good. Okay. Ooh. Okay, broke a little bit, but that's fine. Yeah, see how these super cubes, like, you can push this, but it's sturdy on the outside. Okay, so a lesson I'm learning here is maybe like a thicker base would have been better because some of them are breaking a little bit as they come out, but I think that's fine. Wait, this looks so fucking cute. I'm not even adding anything on top. I just think it's like adorable. Look at that. Cutie. All right, let's give it a taste. That's exactly what I was fantasizing about. Like, I can't explain it. It's kind of bitter, but like in a good way. Wow, that's actually really fucking good. No, that's kind of incredible. I guess I'm gonna sit and feast. Sadly, Victoria Beckham isn't here with me, but I'll just eat for 2 and pretend she's here. Seriously though, if you enjoyed this episode, you know the drill. Rate, review, subscribe, leave a comment. Which Posh Spice were you? Or are you too young for this? Because it is kind of like only my age group that did this. Ooh, what was your favorite song? I'll give you mine. Well, okay, listen, I liked every single song on every single album other than one song off of each album I generally didn't like. But one of my faves that never went like fully mainstream was Never Give Up on the Good Times. And a song that's like, never give up on the good time, never give it up. No, okay, I can't sing this, so we'll get flagged for copyright. And also I can't sing. But I love, like, even as a kid, I was like, all about like, no, I have to make myself happy through my, how rude, we're in the middle of something. Even then I knew happiness was a state of mind and I had to figure out a way to make myself happy, which unfortunately I'm yet to crack, so. But you know what makes me happy? This shit does. We already covered this. We'll chat next week. Next week's episode is really fucking interesting. Like, I'm so pumped to film it, and I'm so pumped to hang out with you again. Okay, bye. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Okay, that was so weird. I'm so sorry. Sometimes I get like so filled with love that it's like